An estimated 14 to 20% of all adults in the US have reflux in some form or another. And if that includes you, I'm going to give you some of my best tips that should help you take control and reduce your heartburn symptoms. So stay tuned until the end. Some studies show that simple dietary and lifestyle changes can significantly ease heartburn and other acid reflux symptoms. So these are some remedies worth trying before resorting to drugs for controlling gastroesophageal reflux and heartburn. But before we begin, let's take a look at what's happening. Despite its name, heartburn has nothing to do with your heart. But the burn part, oh yeah, it's there. You'll start to feel a scorching sensation in the center of your chest. That's essentially because of your LES, your lower esophageal sphincter. Your LES is a ring of muscles acting as a valve at the lower end of the esophagus where it meets the stomach. When the LES is closed, it prevents acid and stomach contents from traveling backwards from the stomach, but it can't be closed all the time, otherwise food will never end up in our stomachs. A healthy LES relaxes enough to allow proper movement of food from the esophagus into the stomach without letting its contents go back up. But in GERD or heartburn, the LES relaxes too much. That's the key here. It relaxes too much, almost becoming floppy, and allows stomach acid to make its way back up the esophagus, causing burning pain. And for the most part, our stomach has a tough lining to protect it from that acid, but the esophagus doesn't. This means the sensitive esophageal tissue may be injured over time. The acid often also backs up into the mouth, causing erosion of the teeth enamel and gum disease and a number of other conditions. I know that this is an oversimplification, but I really do think that's an overall good picture of what's going on here. And the term GERD refers to a chronic condition in which this occurs almost every day, which does need medical treatment. So please don't just rely on this video. If you have GERD, take these steps in addition to what your doctor has prescribed or recommended you. The first tip I would give you is eat sparingly and slow. This is because when the stomach is very full, let's say to the brim, more reflux flows back into the esophagus and there's more acid that needs to be pumped into the stomach to digest a bigger meal. So try eating smaller, more frequent meals. Limiting meals to 500 calories and 15 grams of fat limits the amount that the sphincter opens, so staying below those values seems to be beneficial. Number 2, identify your heartburn triggers and avoid certain foods. Smoking is a big cause of heartburn as nicotine relaxes the sphincter. If you haven't considered quitting, now is a good time to do so. There are still also some foods that are more likely than others to trigger that reflux. This includes mint, fatty and spicy foods, tomatoes, garlic, coffee, tea, chocolate, carbonated and citrusy drinks, and alcohol. One study in people with acid reflux showed that eating a meal containing even raw onion significantly increased heartburn and belching. Well, what's wrong with belching? Well, it might be unpleasant to those around you, but moreover, the acid is sent up the esophagus, making it worse. Raw onions might also irritate the lining of the esophagus, worsening heartburn, so ditch the onions for now. Number 3, stay up after eating. When you're standing or even sitting, gravity helps keep the acid in the stomach. Finish eating 3 hours before you go to bed, and avoid naps after lunch. Number 4, avoid vigorous exercise after eating. Wait at least a couple of hours after you eat to do anything vigorous. Normal walking is fine, just avoid anything that's strenuous. Number 5, sleep on an incline. One study showed that patients who raised the head of their bed had significantly fewer reflux episodes and symptoms compared to those who slept without any elevation. Using a wedge-shaped pillow underneath you has been a big help for most. I've left one that I recommend in the description below, so definitely check that out. Number 6, lose weight if it's advised by your doctor. If you have too much belly fat, the pressure in your abdomen may become so high that the lower esophageal sphincter gets pushed upward, leading to more heartburn. Several observational studies show that extra pounds in the abdominal area increase the risk of reflux and GERD, and controlled studies show that healthy weight loss may relieve reflux symptoms. Number 7, avoid tight-fitting clothing. Clothes that fit tightly around your waist put pressure on your abdomen and the lower esophageal sphincter. Anyone who experiences acid reflux for more than a few weeks, or if the symptoms worsen, should see a doctor, as medical treatment may be necessary. Give this video a like now if you thought it was helpful or useful in any way. Let me know also what helps you guys with your acid reflux and what hasn't worked. Subscribe to stay on board with all my videos, as I appreciate each and every single one of you who does. Share this video with someone who might benefit from this, and as always, see you on the next one.